one life left, one game left for the Foreign Hope. Nerchio spawns to the top left in purple. He's got one chance. He has to win 2 games in a row against our Korean Terran player.
Now, even though these are not cross positions, Maru, the green Terran, up here on the upper right-hand side of Frost. That does mean that if we get into a similar situation as we had in our first game, expanding to new bases might be a little bit easier because you can just keep expanding away from your opponent, and there are a lot of minerals. In fact, I think Frost has the second highest. Wait, is it? It's either highest or second highest next to Dusk Towers, I think.
Amount of bases.
Well, number of minerals too.
Total patches.
Total.
Yeah,
patches.
I don't actually know the exact count.
I read this somewhere. There's like a map stat rundown thing. I don't remember, which means it's basically not great information. Either way, what is good information are just kind of imparting the vastness, the impact that this game has for Nerchio. We've already seen guys like Neeb, 4-0 his group, make it out incredibly impressive. Nerchio, and then guys like True and Marine Lord really struggle a lot against their Korean opponents. Now Nerchio finds himself kind of on the edge. He's at the apex, the fulcrum, the tipping point of this series. Does he have enough weight to sit down on his end of the seesaw and catapult Maru off? Or is Maru the big kid that's going to push him away?
Well, I think Maru is really small.
Yeah, he's actually like the smallest player.
Definitely a pretty tiny guy. I don't know if this seesaw argument
really the metaphor has some flaws. There's some holes in my Swiss cheese metaphor, all right? But it's okay. It's part of the deliciousness.
So what I want to point out in this game here with the 2 racks build again here from Maru is that we are horizontally spawned, which means he can hit the timing a lot faster than if they had spawned vertically or cross spawns, because he can just walk across, but also the flight distance is very quick between these 2 bases. So he's in a position now where this build can do a lot of damage. This time the 2 lings, of course, get here too late to do anything about that CC. It's already morphing into an orbital. And Stim on the way, on point. He's getting it quick. We're going to see that 2 medevac push. Last time he missed 2 of the Marines in it on Sejong, but you know, it's still a very... I mean, basically, when you look at these 2 positions, it's about the same Russians as Nat to Nat on Sejong by air. And if he has all 16 Marines, of course, will be a little bit stronger. Last time Nerchio used roaches to shut it down. And we'll see if he makes the same decision here in game number 2. This Reaper would love to kill the drone, but too many lings. Hatch goes up. Goodbye, Reaper.
Yeah, a Reaper out of there, which means, for all intents and purposes, safety on Frost for Nerchio. Next thing he'll have to deal with will be these Stim Marine medevacs coming in. There are the Marines. He will see them, but those are precious Zerglings.
They really are, because he knows the attack is coming in. In fact, he's even going to walk Marines across the map first here. He knows this hatchery doesn't have a lot of health because it's a new hatchery. Not even going to be halfway done. And obviously, everybody probably knows this, but buildings gain hit points as they build. And so if he hit that, you know, when it was about, say, 1,000 health instead of 1,500, could have had a timing there, but too many units out, he decides to back off. Didn't catch any Overlords either. Just going to wait for the 2 medevacs. And I think, oh, he's actually supply blocked, which will cause him to lose those Marines again. Okay. He will have 16, I think, when this this attack hits.
Now it looks like, is that Overlord drop coming in here to try to put some pressure on, pooling those Zerglings off to the side. Unsure if that's just to hide them and then go in for a flank, but it looks like the bunker will complete in time at the front.
These lings are going to be used just like the previous set to catch reinforcing Marines that are going to walk across the map, ones that aren't in the medevac. Obviously, you can do this on the run by, but
eBay.
Yeah, you could use a little run by action, try to find a hole here, but he's going to be looking for reinforcement kills with that group of lings, most likely. 9 roaches out here again. Without combat shields, they can fight against this pretty well and slow it down and force it away. Let's also not forget that Nerchio, again, is not going greedy on the drones. He's only sitting at 45 right now, playing very safe.
Right, 3rd medevac now coming out there. Once again, great awareness by Nerchio. Always seems to have his army split in just the right spot. Almost or always with the exception of our last game where he didn't split his army at all. It's just really uncharacteristic. Now trying to put the pressure on with simultaneous drops, but great positioning on the Spore Crawlers, on the Queens, which should keep these drops from doing much damage. Okay, well this one will actually do a little bit of damage.
Takes a lot of damage from the Spore, but does get its full drop off here. But without the medevac, none of these units are going to escape. This third medevac coming over here, finding some damage. And I think the other one he has is to the top of the map as well, just barely hidden there on the mini-map, which is not going to do much. Okay, it's coming back in here. This is the second medevac. Healthy medevac, and we'll find some drone damage, but Nerchio, again, very safe here. Ooh, that Widowmine, though, I don't think he was paying attention to that one. 8 drones in total now. And actually, these Lings are not enough. You can get more.
Yeah, that's actually going to be really, really crucial. He can go for drones. He can target down the spawning pool. Really great spot to be in. And now having to ferry more and more units up into the main. Nerchio starting to get a little stressed.
Saves the Widowmine, too, which means he can drop that back out in a second here. +1 in combat. Shield's finishing up for a follow-up attack. 2 more medevacs coming across. I think he lost only 1 of the 3, if I'm not mistaken. So he's going to have a lot of healing power in this as well. Going to even try to pick off Overlords. Widowmine will get a shot.
Or not. Wow. Oh my God. Sickest saves.
Wow. StarCraft programmers are good, man.
I swear, the more I watch Maru do this drop play, the more it looks like his medevacs or war prisms, man. Just picks up everything right at the last second. Does actually dodge quite a few of those corrosive biles there, but I think he might actually just have so much that Nerchio is in a lot of trouble there.
He certainly is. This army is being healed by the medevacs. He's getting such an efficient trade here. Meanwhile, over here, this is shut down. Very impressive play by Nerchio, and he does hold.
Wow, Nerchio, once again, great at splitting his forces. More and more medevacs, more M&M continuing to ferry across Frost.
And now Nerchio is at the point where he's about to break probably like 15 more drones, take a 4th base, and start to counter pressure with his Roach army. We're going to see this pretty soon. Because he's defended the push again. And look at the supplies. I mean, Maru's economy is not set up for a 3rd base. This may be a game where his 3rd base will be his main again. His army is weaker. Nerchio has +1 armor. He's researching the range upgrades. He's going full Roach again. And he's going to attack this army. And he has, just like last time, enough Roaches to push this back.
Oh my God, he's going to get a great concave. Now there are a lot of Marauders, they're all being healed by medevacs, but there's just not enough Terran. Now a lot of those Roaches are very low, but Nerchio holds and pushes Maru back.
All right.
Oh my God, this is just like so sick. Not only like trying to be unbiased commentators, but honestly, it'd be incredible to see Nerchio come out of this group. But for Maru, one of the sickest Terrans in Korea in this current era, he's just, you can see how good he is able to take game 1. He's got so many of these Roaches so low, keeping the pressure up. This is going to be very difficult for Nerchio to hold, but he's doing such a great job.
Now, this is why we don't see Roach compositions, though, in Korea, is because medevacs out-heal their DPS, and Bio does quick DPS and will wreck them, especially with this many Marauders. He is pushing this back yet again, but there's just so much healing power that is kiting here with these units that are better range than these Roaches. The supply gap is not widening.
You're saying the gap is closing?
He's closing it, yeah.
All right.
And, I mean, he's really starting to pick off these Roaches right now. Nerchio gets a Queen caught here as well. It's going to be a big problem. Okay, he does save it.
Oh, trying to go in for a little bit of a flank here, but when in doubt, Mark, just pick up.
And more reinforcements coming in. The Infestation Pit, I believe, just finished. The production tab went away right when I was trying to look at that. Maru does have that 3rd CC back at home as well.
That's just a scouting medevac over there.
Yeah, he just wants to see what's going on.
Wait, you have no anti-air. Those are actually all scouting medevacs to try to not necessarily trick him, because I think at this point he knows they're fake.
Yeah, I think he definitely knows they're fake. That drone has to kill a creep tumor, by the way. He can't make a 4th base because the creep tumor is blocking it. Okay, over here he's in a great position right now.
He's going to target down the hatchery. Is there enough damage there? It's going lower. The hatchery falls.
But with all those units killed, he can counterattack right now to stop Maru's 3rd as well. He has to go across.
100 supply right now. Nerchio might have enough for this killing blow.
He has to go now. He has to bring everything he has in attack. He needs to do damage here. Again, he has a larger comp, but the tech advantage is Maru's.
And actually, losing all of those, all of that army for Maru might make it too difficult for him to take a 3rd base, and he's all the way mined out in his main. I think he has a couple of patches left, and his natural very unhealthy as well. If Nerchio just like tries to set up like maybe a contain here, that might be worth it.
Well, I don't think he has to attack now because Maru just simply did not land his base. He's about
Right.
to. But I think basically what you're saying is absolutely correct. You know, Maru, because of this differential in supply, is actually going to move his base to where he thinks to be a secure location. And is losing a lot of mining as a result, but it's insignificant compared to the 2 hatcheries dead. Again, the problem for Nerchio is his tech, but he's getting out of this. He's got his infestors coming out now. He's getting his +2 attack. He's going to have an Ultralisk Cavern coming up as soon as that hive finishes. So he just needs to kind of stabilize here. Oh man, Maru is going to pull the SCVs.
Here we go.
This is insane. And he has 2 infestors to fungal them.
All right, this is a little bit of a throwback. Somewhere out there, Bit by Bit is watching. He knows this feeling, and so does Maru now. This is it. Not for Maru, but for Nerchio. He holds this, he survives. If not, he goes home.
He needs a split against the fungals, and he does. There was one opportunity to get a massive money fungal there, but he does not get it. And now this army will be split. Nerchio's trying to flank, though.
Oh, and he
Maru
is going to
get
get
caught.
a great flank. Not enough energy there on that infestor, though. A lot of SCVs there, a lot of fungals coming down there right on top of the tank. The tank gets micro back. It's saved, and with it, Maru's push survives a little bit longer.
And let's not forget, remember, this is a better composition for Maru. He has Bio versus basically pure Roach Ravager. As long as the Bios don't connect, his army wins every time, even down 20 army supply. The +2 armor, or excuse me, +2 attack for these roaches just finished too. That's going to be a little bit, helpful in this fight.
Is Maru really going back at this point? He's backing up for sure for just a little bit. Lots of great fungals coming down there, taking out a few Liberators on the way, but Nerchio might just have too much. The SCVs going down there, only 11 of them left for Maru.
Maru doesn't have 3 orbitals, so even though he's down to 10 SCVs, and normally it's somewhat okay because you have mules, but he doesn't have triple mules, he only has double mules. So his economy is really hurting right now, and it's hard for him to
GG, he doesn't have enough.
Nerchio wins it.
Oh,
going to a game 3.
God. Every single game of these last 2 sets has been so clutch, so close. And Nerchio hangs on there, outvalues Maru towards the end of game 2 to take us to our last game of the night.
Very, very impressive play by both players there, though. Nerchio will just almost never be broken with these timing attacks. I'd like to see Maru try something different.
One of the weaknesses that a lot of people say about Zerg is that it's weak early on because you have to make the choice between workers and fighting units, army. But Nerchio never seems to have a problem with that. He backs off the droning to have a higher army count. He takes the harass, beats it, drones up heavily afterwards. It's incredible to watch, super effective. We'll see if it's effective enough to make him the second foreigner make it out of these KeSPA Cup groups.
That's right, Galactic Process will be our final map for group stages. Tell your friends, Nerchio, the Polish Zerg, might defeat a 2-time champion, a Star League champion here in Maru. It could happen. We're going to watch it happen right here, right now. Get everyone in this YouTube stream. Get them on the French O Gaming stream. We are going into Galactic Process. One of these 2 players will be eliminated. The other will move on to the round of 8. Let's find out who it's going to be right now.